Like, why are they so adverse to having some type of African descent? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous when we all are. I mean, we all are, right?
Right,
We all are.
right. Well, yeah, thank you. We'll unpack that. Thank you. So y'all got to get to the point, y'all. Yeah, people they've created myths about whiteness. Whiteness is a big ass myth. Whiteness and white supremacy is built on lies. White supremacy is built on straight up and down lies. And in order to maintain that lie is based on its proximity away from blackness. The more you get away from blackness, the more you're supposed to live up to this fairy tale white supremacist myth. When in reality, like you said, Kate, when you called, Ireland had black people. Some of the original inhabitants of Ireland were black. Get a book by a white writer from the 1800s, David McRitchie. He had a book called Ancient and Modern Britons. He talks about how those people up there um, were black folks, the Picts and the Celts and all of this stuff. Um, Talked about the Black Danes and the Black Scots, and um, he broke this stuff down. And he talked about the Moors going up in there and the Black Irish and some of the scientists up there. They've been corroborating this. Remember when they talked about Cheddar Man? They had that black Briton, his dark jet black skin and kind of blue eyes, saying this is what the original people look like. So yeah, there were black people up there. Not a few years ago, not a few years, about a decade or so ago, they found a grave up there, either in Ireland or somewhere up there in Britain. I want to say it was Ireland. They found the remains of a black woman that had been there for, I think, 1,000 years, something like that. She's been up there for a minute. Some ancient black woman, they found her remains, and they said she had to be rich because there was a lot of jewelry. Y'all look that up. They found that up there in either Ireland or some part of Britain, and they just got real quiet about it. But yeah, we black folks have been all over the place. We've been all over the place. Let's get RJ in here. RJ, what's going on, man? What's the Democrats telling you? What's the Democrats telling you about the whole Elon Trump beef? What's up, RJ?
Hey Tariq, you good?
I'm good, man. What's
You see, when a party, the vibe of a party is built on competition and contentment and being contentious. You know what happened in the last you know in the last administration? He lost to Mike Pence. You feel me?
man? What's your
He lost.
what's your point? What's your point?
Yeah. He lost Mike Pence in the last administration. He lost to generals in the last administration. Now he's losing Elon Musk.
Okay.
Now he's losing the techno party, the techno side of the administration. You see, and he's losing some other people. Some other politicians have also left because they're all babies. They're all children, childish babies,
Right.
and yeah, yeah. And the Democrats don't crash out like this. Never. You'll never see a Democrat.
Please. Democrats ain't shit. They done already crashed out. The Democrats are so raggedy.
Nah, they don't. Nah. What are you?
Dude,
Don't them you vex.
don't wait.
They wouldn't.
Hey, ho ho ho! Don't act like Korean Jean Pierre ain't about to put out a tell-all book now. Come on, she just dipped from the Democrats and she's about to spill the beans. So that's your fellow
Who's
immigrant. That's your fellow immigrant. Come on, RJ. What?
yeah, she's not anywhere near close to power. She's not a Mike Pence. She's not an Elon Musk. She's not anything. So
But
what's that got to do with anything?
damn mouthpiece for the damn administration. So yeah, she ain't like some nobody. She was their spokesperson. She was there regurgitating all of their talking points. She was the face of their talking points. So y'all not gonna act like she's
She's damn near a nobody. She's damn near a nobody. When you have
uh,
your vice
uh,
president dipping on you, when you have your vice president dipping on
so
you, and you have
it has
the
nobody.
richest man on earth, when you have the richest man on earth dipping on you,
So
you're a dumbass president. You're a dumbass president if you have the richest.
so Biden put a nobody up there to act as his representative. That what you're saying, RJ? Is that what you saying, RJ? You're not gonna fast talk me. Come on now. That ain't gonna work. I'll cut that ass off.
She's not powerful. She's irrelevant. She's not powerful. She has no power. She has nothing. She has no power.
She ain't got no,
She has
yeah, they
she has no
nothing.
power. She has no power.
That's why she's writing a book and spilling the beans. Say you talking they crashed out. They all crashing out. And I love it. I love it. So yeah, she's gonna put the power of that tell-all book. She's about to spill the damn beans. Don't act like she was just some kind of intern. She was the spokesperson for the president.
Yeah, you're reaching for straws. You're reaching for straws.
No damn.
Elon just called Trump a pedophile.
I
So
ain't
what the
reaching for no
what we talking?
straw. You're reaching for a spoon to stir your goosey while you look out the window hoping you don't get deported. That's what you're reaching for. Come on, you're gonna be reaching for your backpack and your musty flip flops because that deportation is coming, and your green card better be up to date. RJ, how you doing as far as that?
Who do you think people care more, Kareem or Elon Musk? Don't be stupid. Elon is dragging Trump. You just called him a pedophile. Don't be dumb. Like no one else is buying your bullshit. You just called Trump an Epstein guy. You
You just say
just said Trump is on Epstein.
nobody's buying your bullshit, nigga. I ain't selling, boy. I don't give a shit about none of it. It ain't affecting us. It ain't affecting foundational Black Americans. I have no bullshit to give you. We're Bennett. We
He's your president, and
no
you've
no
been
no no.
caping for him all summer.
No, he's your president too. We're Bennett. We ain't in it. So we ain't looking out the window waiting, hoping to not get deported. That's you. We're good. We ain't got no problems. We chilling. This time things are great right now. You over there biting your nails and licking the jolt off your fingertips, um, not knowing what's gonna happen when you go outside. That's you.
Yeah, I can hear the fear in your voice. I can hear the tremble in your voice because you know
Tremble
that
or
the
what?
party you've been
What?
caping for is.
Don't project on me. What do I have to tremble for? I hear it, nigga, but you projecting. You're going to get deported too, nigga. No, I'm not. I'm not. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no tremble in my voice. I'm not going to get deported like you. And there's no threat of me getting deported, sir. I'm good money. I'm good. All right, don't project.
Hey, if Trump can crash out on Elon and they on each other, you're toast. That's not anything.
How?
So good
How?
luck.
How? Oh, don't okay. Don't say some shit and leave. Them tethers love trying to project that shit on us, nigga. We are good. The tethers hate the fact that FBA's we ain't stressing. They hate the fact that they can't get us to stress out. They love trying to drag us in this fuck shit. Look, nigga, you are going to be next, nigga. All of us should be afraid. We all should be scared, nigga. We have to come together and be afraid together. And we're like, no, afraid of what? We're good. We ain't got no problem. They're deporting people, and that's a you problem. No, no, no. You ain't dragging us in that. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We FBAs are good. We out here line dancing, ladies and gentlemen. We are collectively not giving a damn. I love it. We have a collective not give a damn attitude. We're minding our own damn business, line dancing. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? While we dancing, you sitting up there looking out your curtains for blue and red lights for the ice truck to come through so that you can go hide somewhere. Don't project on us. You stressing, not us. Don't project your stress on us. We ain't playing that game, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, we got a lot of folks in here. Y'all give me another retweet. Boy, we in here heavy. We are in here heavy. Speaking of tethers, I saw one tether chick. She did a video, and she's one of these chicks. Y'all, I know y'all probably seen her video. She's a wannabe Candace Owens. I think she's from the Caribbean. She's one of these wannabe Candace Owens. She just gets on Twitter and not Twitter, but TikTok and just makes all of these performative, derogatory comments about black people. Oh, black people are the worst. Oh, black people are so dysfunctional. What about black on black crime? Oh, we need to leave these good white folks alone. So it's all of that performative buck dancing in order to get some TikTok money. So she had a video talking about um what did she say? She said without white people, black people would die. She said if white people weren't around, black people would just die. We're talking about we don't know how to live off the land. We don't know how to produce. We don't know how to build nothing and all of this. That's tether projection. That's her tether projecting from her damn failed homeland. They love like RJ and people like that. They love projecting their failures on the foundational Black Americans. They love doing that. Let's be very clear. Foundational Black Americans, we built America. All right. We built the United States of America. We were the ones clearing the land. We actually built the plantations. We were constructing the infrastructure. We innovated the agricultural techniques. That was our own labor. The white supremacists really didn't know how to do all that stuff. We built the wealth of this country. And listen, foundational Black Americans, we had agricultural knowledge that the white supremacists didn't have. They didn't have no agricultural knowledge. They came from Europe. Europe, that's not an agrarian culture over there. That's why they were starving over there. Let's be real. Let's be very, very real. These folks did not know how to cultivate rice and all that stuff over here. We were doing that. We were teaching them how to do it. Yeah, don't tell me about we can't do this, we can't do that. Listen, we had self-sufficient black towns that thrived after slavery. This whole thing, we would die if the whites weren't around. They were the ones latching on to us. We were trying our damnedest to get away from them. They were dragging us back on plantations, wouldn't let us go. We were desperate to get the hell away from them. And then after slavery, man, we had all types of self sufficient black towns all around this country that these people sabotaged. We founded hundreds of black self sufficient towns: Greenwood, Rosewood, Wilmington, all over the place. We farmed, manufactured our goods, ran businesses, sustained the population, all without white dependency. Miss me with that bullshit. Let me tell you something. You get Southern foundational Black Americans, all my Southern folks who got people in the South. You know what it is. If you're a foundational Black American, you got somebody in your family who built the family house. Your granddad or your great granddad built a house somewhere down in the South, like my family, that's still standing down there in Leeds, Alabama. No white folks. Yeah, our granddad, y'all who's listening, y'all granddad, y'all know good well, y'all got a granddad, grandmama, or great granddad who built a home down there by themselves. It was white people weren't helping them. We had to do that. There was a time black folks, we used to throw them houses up just like that. We used to build houses left and right back in the day. If we get sabotaged with doing that shit now, they kill us with the permit game. They got all types of janky little permits and little paperwork games that they play with us now. But yeah, we know how to build. And we got black innovators, black inventors. We created key technologies. Black inventors, they were pivotal for providing techniques of refrigeration, automation, or just all types of things we've created, we got patents for, and the white dominated institutions, they stole our stuff. They would steal our stuff. You don't steal from people who don't know what the hell they're doing. Our survival knowledge was passed through generations. Enslaved and free foundational Black Americans, we had deep knowledge of herbal medicine, deep knowledge of hunting, fishing, farming, textile production, construction. All of this was practice. And we would have to do a lot of it in secret. We had maroon communities where we were completely independent. In fact, we were going out of our way to not let white people even know where we were in certain communities. You understand? The truth is, white society relied on Black labor to survive. It was white society that couldn't survive without Black people. Plantation owners, they lacked the skills to grow and process crops without Black labor. Yeah. Domestic child rearing in the white households, they depended on Black women. They didn't want other crazy ass white people watching their kids. They needed Black women to do that to nurture them damn kids. Come on, let's just tell the truth. You see, but see, a lot of these anti-Black gatekeepers, they amplify those kind of tropes. And plus, Black folks, they pay Black people to regurgitate these little janky talking points. But even now, man, we still maintain a lot of things, even though we get sabotaged. You got contemporary Black farmers, entrepreneurs. You got thousands of Black farmers, landowners, builders who operate today, and they face systematic discrimination, but they still succeed. You understand? So let's put all of that in the right context. But let's be real. Here's the deal, because people always talk about Black people leaving and what would happen if Black people did this. And listen, if Black people were to disappear from the United States, Black people got abducted by aliens, or just something happened when just all the Black people left, what would really happen to the United States? What would happen to this country if Black people just disappeared? What would happen? Let's be real. Let's look at a hypothetical situation, because the thing is, in order to maintain systematic white supremacy, you have to have an antithesis, and we're the antithesis. You have to have anti-Blackness. You have to have something to play off of. Listen, if Black people were to disappear, it would be chaos in this country. Do y'all know that? It'd be chaos. One reason why the prison industrial complex and the forced labor economy, that would collapse, because see, we get targeted with mass incarceration. So if we were to just disappear, the prison population, that would plummet, that would collapse. Private prison companies and all of the industries associated with that, because we got to understand that's big business. Them targeting us and criminalizing us, that's a business within itself. So those businesses that target us, they would start crumbling. First of all, the private prisons, the correctional officer unions, the corporations that profit from the labor, the call centers, the agriculture, the manufacturing, it would immediately financial ruin. It would destabilize rural economies, state budgets that rely on prison profits. White towns would dry up, because many of their entire industries is basically prison population work, directly and indirectly. Also, we were to disappear, what else would happen? It'd be an implosion on the Black hair and beauty industry. That would plummet. That Black hair beauty market, that would vanish. The Koreans and the Chinese, they would start starving on that end. The Koreans would be ass out. That would mess them up. The nail shops, that'll mess them up. Because yeah, you talk about people black people being dependent on white folks and all. And listen, when people come over here, the first thing they do is go set up shop in a black neighborhood. When all these immigrant groups come over here, they go set up shop right in a damn black damn neighborhood. So that shows you who's fueling their economy. Also, if we were to disappear, there would be a collapse of United States cultural exports like music, fashion, dance, all of our music and all of that stuff. That would collapse, right? American culture would lose its soul and global influence because other countries who mimic us, mimic the United States in style, they're mimicking foundational Black Americans. So your biggest cultural export, entertainment and all that, that would follow, that'll fall off. The sports industry would collapse, right? The NBA, the NFL, all of that, that would collapse. Advertising revenue would dry up, merchandising sales. You understand? That would dry up. That gazillion dollar market industry would just fall off. So many things. There'd be a domino effect. And a lot of the urban warfare policing infrastructures, SWAT teams, all that riot gear, all of these surveillance systems that's used to watch us, racial profiling technologies. There's billions of dollars in policing infrastructure that would just dry up because you need a marginalized class of people in order to keep that thing going, in order to justify having it. You always have to have a boogeyman. See, if there's no more boogeyman, that overbuilt police system would collapse. You understand? Because you can't start targeting the dominant society because see what would happen if you want to maintain that policing system, you're going to have to start targeting other people, other white folks, and then that's going to have they're going to get into a civil war. You see, they're going to start turning on each other. It'll be a societal structural breakdown. White supremacist power depends on having a designated bottom caste. Without black people, they're going to need a new scapegoat. So that will start immediately internal infighting. You understand? And other groups start getting wiped out. They're going to start trying to break shit down on ethnic lines and they're going to start wiping each other out. And that'll be a collapse of civil rights institutions, legal frameworks, all that stuff. Oh, it'll be crazy. And understand a lot of people in the dominant white society, generally, they're older. See, black people are younger. Black people, we have a young population. We're not around, and their birth rates are already struggling. Who are they going to procreate with? Yeah, when their birth rates are already struggling, and they can't really replenish them. So it'll be a real deep thing because see, they got to have anti-blackness in the dominant society to use us as a scapegoat. See, anti-blackness is something that they need to project onto us. See, what they do, they project their moral guilt and historic crimes onto us. See, they have a lot of unresolved guilt over slavery, genocide, colonization. That's why they never want to address that. They always blame somebody else, and it's always, well, black folks and black crime. When they talk about black crime, that's a deflection. That's designed to deflect away from their actions. You understand? So them always deflecting onto us, um, that avoids responsibility for social decay. Rather than admit that drugs, crime, and violence are problems in the white community too, the media and the politicians, they try to overemphasize issues within the black community. So that helps white society deflect from their own opioid crisis and the whole shebang, which worsens the situation for them. So everything is all about projecting things onto us to not take responsibility for their actions. So if they were sitting here on their own and we're just not here, they would implode, it would collapse, just like it always does in Europe. Europe, they've almost collapsed and genocided themselves out of existence several times. You had the Justinian plague, you had all the plagues and diseases over there, the Black Plague. Then there was a plague in the 1300s, just over and over again. They cannibalized themselves, and the diseases start kicking in, and then we have to go and save them. The Moors went in there and saved them from the Justinian plague, and I've talked about that several times. But let me get some more calls in here. Let me get some more. Mohit, I don't know what I don't want to hear from you, Mohit. Let's get Jelani in here. Jelani, hop on in. Jelani, hop on in. What's going on, Jelani?
Great, great, great. Um, yeah, listen, the entire um legal system, the entire penal system, and the entire law enforcement system would absolutely collapse
Good. Yep.
without Black Americans. And when they talk about the caucasity that they have to say that we owe them because of Black crime, the cognitive dissonance when they say that is so astronomical that they don't realize how much Black crime is profitable to their people.
Right.
Blacks are the most profitable capital. Well, Black Americans specifically are the most profitable capital, human capital, in the entire world, in the globe. Because just with the prison system and the legal system alone, do you know how many careers they will lose? And they talk about Black crime so much, but they will not reduce Black crime because they would sacrifice the very careers that most of them make livings off of.
Yeah.
And it's just so amazing to hear them always talk about Black crime, but Black crime is profitable.
Yes, it is.
It's profitable for them. And that's why the systems are how they are, because they have to keep their stock, they have to keep their inventory stocked up. So that's why they have to collude with the prison system. That's why they have to make more laws. That's why they have to have crime bills and call us super predators and do all of these things. It's 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 the greatest projection in the world that they say that we need them when actually it's them who literally live off of our backs. And there's one reason why they will never give us, well, why they don't want to give us the repertory damages that we are due, because they know that if you give us that economic boost, it will most definitely by default reduce crime.
Oh, yeah.
And should blacks represent their actual population in crime, those industries would absolutely die. And America will not sacrifice its penal industries and its law enforcement industries to reduce Black crime.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Let's get DC. DC in the building. Mr. DC,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Oh, thank you, man. I finally made
What's up?
it. Oh, my mom, I just want to say I finally got a chance. So I remember Bushmeat Barrister came on here a while ago talking about we don't got nobody. In the 21st century right now, there's a brother named Reggie Middleton with 7 patents currently in this time. And that's all I got to say.
There it is.
Thanks. Good night.
Barrister, he argues in bad faith. He just said he's another projector. See, again, Bushmeat Barrister, he's almost like the white supremacist. He's always focusing on us to get away from the fact that he comes from a failed homeland that he's embarrassed by. He don't even like talking about his failed homeland. He's always deflecting. That's why we don't take him seriously. But anyway, let me get up out of here, family. Y'all, everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com, make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, and get the book Hidden Heroes